What up, you two? It's your friend, your enemy, it's your guy, the stoned raging father himself, sinful scumbag. And today, well. You see, I'm a fan of survival games, even though my channel is most known for Overwatch content. It's not. Subscribe! So today I thought I'd give you a little review of a little survival game made by Obsidian Entertainment and Xbox Game Studios, released on the Xbox and the PC. The game is called Grounded, and as you can tell here, it's in pre-release software, so it's an early access game. They got a little bit of quest line out, some building options, some wildlife out, and this is the character cast. You got Max, Willow, Pete, and Hoops. There's no obvious gender biases or anything like that. A lot of diversity. Some people love that stuff, so I chose Max because he's the main protagonist. This is a kind of wildlife you'll deal with. Lawn mites, they're kind of annoying, but no danger really. You got stuff like gnats, and these pesky little flies are a pain in your butt in real life and in this game. They're just annoying to deal with. It's ridiculous, but adds to the fun a little bit, I guess. I haven't really put anything about ants in here. There's ants. You'll see it later in the video. There's ladybugs. Right here we got some bombardier beetles. These are literally like probably where you're getting to the point where combat's a bit of a thing. They do some damage, but overall it's not really that big of a deal. Like everything's pretty easy to deal with if you manipulate the environment a little bit. As you can tell, I'm hurt, but I'm running and I get high position. I end up killing them. It wasn't too bad, but I guess I think I'm on normal, so it's to be expected. But out of the darkness, sometimes you just have some actual threats, and these big old mean creatures right here, I can't even figure them out. These orb spiders are ridiculous. Like, it doesn't matter what you have in your inventory, you are gonna get trashed. And they have a couple different kinds of spiders where you're at in the area. There's a wolf spider right here. He's big, mean, and gnarly, just like the orb spider, but I think this one actually poisons you. And that's probably what I ended up dying to, is the poison effects, because I think I started running from him and get away from him pretty well. But, what can you do? I'm a dumb bastard, and I try to keep trying to kill these things, even though I can't kill them. And here we go, running away. Died to something. I don't know if he hit me or the poison. This is the crafting screen. This is what you'll see a lot of the time when you're trying to make spears, axes, any kind of little items. Most of it's pretty self-explanatory. This is the quick access building system. It's pretty cool. You just push a button, I think it's B, and then this little system pops up. You can just scroll over, pick what you want, and then you can just start building. There's a lot of options. I see the creative types building like amazing structures. I'm not one of those people. I just do something that's effective, and that's about it. But I noticed, even though I spent all this time building structures, like I still end up having larvae get in, which they don't fly or anything. I have to kind of figure it out. There's night attacks can still be a thing regardless of you having walls up or not. But overall, the building construction and stuff like that is all pretty smooth. It works great. Obsidian's done really well with how everything places. They also have this little system for analyzing. This is how you figure out basically new crafting ideas, different weapon types, different buildings, structures, using different kinds of resources, or being able to manipulate resources into a different kind of material. All this is done through here. You get like 3 charges, and then it gives you a timer. It's like 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes. I don't know if that's in game time or real life time. You just kind of like go, when you get 3, you go hit it, take off, go continue to play the game, and the eventual time that you run back in the area or you run across another science station, you'll have it ready. It works pretty good. But overall, like, this game, it's beautiful. The quality, it's a very cartoonish look, but the graphics are real clean, real crisp. You don't see no major bugs in the environment. It's a really smooth, really pretty game to play, and I really like the animation style. It's like very Pixar-ish, but it's really cool, and it's so smooth. The lighting in the game as well is pretty good, and you're gonna see some of those clips coming up here shortly about the lighting in the game. that's going to be popping up in a little bit. But as you can see, I'm here killing like sap samples and stuff like that, gathering materials. I'm under an oak tree. Um, in these dark environments, it seems like that's where like spiders start to pop up. That's why I got a torch up and hoping that he won't attack me. Um, but it's basic survival game stuff. You're gathering materials, you're building resources. Oh, look, there's an ant, and they're pretty cool. Those ants don't do nothing to you unless you attack them, and you just keep going. Running around picking up stuff. I mean, it's a survival game at the end of the day, and to me, it's like survival games for beginners. It's everything's not very difficult. Um, uh, Water is a little scarce at the beginning, but as soon as you start getting a little bit of silk, you can just make a water collector, and you're pretty much set. This is the inventory menu right here. I mean, you can see there's a pretty decent selection of things to choose from. Different hats, hoods, armor plates, acorn. They're your armor plates, and it's pretty cool, I guess. Like, since you don't really have any metals to deal with, that's like the hard material if you were the size of a blade of grass. So it's kind of cool. This is this lean-to. That's where you would like save and sleep, stuff like that. They got workbenches. It's a pretty solid little building system, and with that little system of trying to discover like different blueprints, you would say, or whatever, that is um, a pretty cool thing about it. And these are some of the lighting things I was telling you about, like the way the lighting hits things and the way it like hits your screen depending on your angle. The little particulates in the air. They did really great with the graphic design on this game. It's really clean for an early access game. I'm really impressed with the way it looks, how clean it runs, all the features and mechanics of the game. They just run pretty smoothly. There's not a whole lot that you can like glitch out or anything like that. The game is pretty solid. Uh, I really see that as long as they are supporting the game and constantly updating it, and at least just putting their best foot forward when it comes to adding content, and I would say some more wildlife. I mean, I don't know what other creatures you can put in this game to add a little bit of spice, but the disparity between like fighting a beetle and fighting a spider is huge. There's nothing in between it, and it's you can go through like large portions of this map where you're not even running to any kind of real threat. I mean, right here you see me running at night. I know I have no fear because I know where the spiders are at. They only kick it in a certain area, so I'm just like running around in the dark. But like right here, I think I'll bust a torch out pretty soon. I like the way the lighting is. It's like right now you can see that it's kind of dark. The shading is pretty cool. The way the shadows are coming together, it's all nice looking. No major flaws. And look at seamless. The torch comes up, the way the lighting starts hitting all the little pieces of environment in the area. It's beautiful. Like they do really great with it. Here's another scene just going underground. I mean, it's a little more cartoony, it's not like perfect underground stuff, but it's really well detailed. You see these little pieces of root and tree and bark, little pebbles and rocks and roots and all kinds of stuff. The attention to detail is really high, even though the graphics are a little on the cartoonish side. If you're like a DayZ player, maybe this might not be your cup of tea when it comes to graphics, but for like the sci-fi-ness of it, it's probably a good fitting graphic system. Um, this is right here. This is like along the quest line. I'm not going to reveal too much about it. It was just like an interesting fight. This is where you could see a decent setup of like the fighting system, the blocking, the attacking. These spears, you're able to throw them instead of just hitting with them, and like you just run up and pick it up off the guy. Like I'm blocking, I'm just like dodging the attack. Like maybe I would try this with like the spiders, but the spiders are just so big, they cover so much area, it's kind of ridiculous. This area, I was just running through the map, and like I don't know if this was just like hit with like weed killer or something, but this is like a poisonous area in the map, and I like that they added this environmental effect that is just totally like providing danger to you. You are gonna die if you stay in this stuff, and I don't really see like access to any kind of rebreather or something that would let you go through this area. But it's pretty cool that they added this part of the environment. Hopefully, they add some quest line that you got to put yourself in a little bit of danger for that. But speaking of quests, this is like the side quest area right here. After you go through the main portion of this early access quest line, you get access to these little side quests with this robot, and you get these science points, and you can turn them into the bot and get like different building blueprints and all kinds of stuff. It's really cool. I would personally be going through these quest lines. I would run through like the main quest line and like start doing the side quests before you really even start building a base, because some of the stuff you get with the science things are actually really cool, and you might have invested a lot of real estate into something else before you get these blueprints, which is kind of what I did, and I kind of regretted it a little bit. So I might start a second save and see how it goes. But see, this is one of the quest lines. It had me kill worker ants. And prior to all this, like I was fighting these ants, or I was never fighting the ants. The ants would just come and look at me, assess if I was a threat, and then just take off. But after this, it's just like you walk into an area after you killed one ant, all of them know about it. Now it's green light on site with ants. They will just like come at you. So a little, if you want to add a danger to the game, you gotta just attack ants, because they are all over the place and they will just start coming at you if they see you because you've killed one of their own. So I guess the side quest will help add a little bit of difficulty when it comes to venturing through the backyard. And this is the report system. This is the one of the few things I do not like about the game. It's like, how are you feeling? Here's your emotion. What is it about? And like, you can't even provide anything. It's like, oh, I think this is broken here. I can't be like, oh, I threw my spear at this robot, and when he died, it went in the ceiling and I couldn't get it anymore. I didn't really like that part about it. Hopefully they can improve on that system, because I don't know how they're getting player feedback to improve the game with such a basic feedback system. But since these guys over here are like nightmare fuel, I thought I'd throw them over here again and just give you guys something to look at. And then right, if you get to a certain area, when you're looking at the map, you see it kind of gets a little more basic. And these are like around those areas, this under construction tape. I think it's something that they put into the game to let you know, like, hey, you can venture over here, but there's nothing going on. I think it's kind of a cool little feature. And as they expand, I hope to see like more content from them up in these areas, maybe some kind of bigger fight. But I mean, these little things right here, they're a big fight as it is anyway. And as you can see, I spent way too much time messing with these damn things. Like, I found this area where I can get like 3 or 4 of them in a row. Yeah, I know. That part right here was a little insensitive to arachnophobes, arachnophiles, crocodiles. I don't give a shit. Realistically, they're like the size of a quarter, guys. I'm like the next guy. I don't want a spider on my arm, but freezing up when you go into a building and all that stuff, come on. It's not that much a nightmare fuel. And if these little spiders on this game are triggering you that much, well, then you deserve it, you arachnophobes. And I will not apologize. Do you understand me? But I just want to let you guys know what I thought about this game. And I mean, for $30, if you are like a massive supporter of small game studios and early access games and all that kind of stuff, I would highly recommend putting out the $30 and supporting them in their ventures of trying to make this a full release game. If you're the kind of person that you just want to get on and play, you kind of want to support them, but at the same token, you don't want to just dish out money for an unfinished game, I recommend waiting a little bit. But overall, the game is very promising. The graphics are great. I think the quest line is going to be very interesting. I didn't even delve into like the little things that you find about like how the quest line's starting to come together. All those things you should probably pay for the game and figure it out. Or if you have Xbox Game Pass, the game is free right now. So it's a cool little pickup title if you're just trying to get into survival games and the forest or DayZ, Rust, Scum, all that stuff seems a little overwhelming. This is a really good basic starter survival game in my opinion. It's not like not too many jump scares that'll get you too caught up. It's not too difficult for food or any of that kind of stuff. Um, but it's like I said, a little bit more on the basic side. It's a fun, relaxing, chill game. But until they start throwing a lot more features out there, we'll see how hardcore of a building or what kind of survival game or what kind of PvP they may put into it. I see that they do have a big possibility with this game. They could probably do a lot. So I'm looking forward to see what we get more from Obsidian with this game. And on that note, I am out. You guys enjoy yourselves. If you like the content, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, hell, thumbs down me. Tell me in the comments why I'm an asshole, and we will just roll with it. Have a good day.